that once you unlearn certain seductions that tempt us to hurt ourselves, you can truly be the person you want to be and express yourself with feminism.
Welcome back, listeners, to another session of the Say More podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Josh Wallace, and I have another esteemed guest with me here today. Latrice, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
Nice. Well, Latrice, you're going to tell us a little bit about ethical Black men's feminism today. But before we get into the details and before we get into the theory and everything, I think our listeners want to learn more about you. So can you tell us a little bit about your background?
Yeah, so I worked in the Student Success Center here at the University of Louisville. I got advising experience for 3 internships, and then I also did some team teaching, and I taught a first-year experience class, which was very fun, and I miss it, but that was a great experience, and yeah, that's pretty much me.
Nice. And so now that we know a little bit about you, I'd be curious to know a little bit about the author of Ethical Black Men's Feminism. What can you tell us about the author?
Yeah, his name is Wilson Okello, and with his educational background, he got a Bachelor of Science at Yorktown State University. He got a Master's of Science in the University of Rhode Island College Student Personnel Program, and he's also a Doctor of Philosophy. And he works at Penn State as an assistant professor, and he has also a really good professional experience background. His research is mainly focused on Black studies, Blackness in higher education, and human development and feminism.
Nice. Very sort of robust background that Dr. Okello has. Okay, so now that we know a little bit about Dr. Okello, can you tell us a little bit? Let's start with the origins around an ethical Black men's feminism. What can you tell us about some of the origins of that theory and Dr. Okello's conceptualization of it?
For sure. So Okello is just trying to express that Black men need feminism too. It's actually really good for Black men. And he has pulled from Bell Hooks and Christina Sharp, which are Black feminists. Okello used a methodological approach that was captured by Hooks in her work on the exploration of saving grace of Black feminism. He also borrowed from Black feminist tradition and Black thought. Like feminist thought.
Nice. Yeah, it seems like he sort of is layered into Black feminism in the authors and the work around there to help sort of piece together an understanding of Black men's feminism. Yeah. So now that we know a little bit about the origins, can you tell us about some of the main ideas and main sort of claims that Dr. Okello is making about an ethical Black men's feminism?
Yeah, so he talked about 3 main stages. So the first stage of development that he came up with was remembering, which means that it's like you ask yourself a question like, what am I doing as a Black man? I have to wrestle deeply, with seduction. When we talk about seduction, he's talking about things that tempts Black men that they could. What am I trying to say? It tempts them to use their privilege, to end up upholding the patriarchy, which ends up hurting Black men and Black women, the Black community. So those are the seductions. And then also Black men, although oppressed, do have privilege that others do not have, and they can use that to uphold the patriarchy, or they could do the unlearning phase, which is another stage that Black men can go through, with the Black feminism, and also with it's the phase is good because like the Black feminist thought states feminism is for Black men too, and Black men needs feminism as well. And then with the unlearning stage, it's like you know you're being seduced now by these things that could hurt the community and stuff. But it's like, what do you do with that information now that you're unlearning it? And by unlearning it, we identify the seductions that harm ourselves and our community at this point. And at this stage, though, you can take action and fight back oppression during this stage.
Nice, nice, nice. Thank you for giving us some insight into the sort of core ideas of an ethical Black men's feminism. So now, as we've mentioned before in class, all theories and ideas have limitations. This one is no different. What are some of the potential limitations to Okello's sort of theory of an ethical Black men's feminism?
Yeah, for sure. Some of the limitations that I noticed was I think it needs to be a little bit more inclusive with intersectionality, with queer and disabled or immigrant or working class voices within the Black male feminine area. Um, because like we don't know how like this theory in per se like would affect these groups of people.
Right. There's some potential there for sure, for sure. So as educators, we're always thinking about practice, right? How we take things and how we're applying them to practice. So I'm curious for you, can you describe how we might potentially take an ethical Black men's feminism and apply it to student affairs practice and academic affairs practice as well?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think how we could apply it to student affair practices would be like using like student leadership workshops. So we could get like like the students of the university, and we could hear back from them and just be like, "Hey, what do you think about leadership?" Instead of like following like a white normative leadership system, and then also like we could put it like in Greek life and training too, to critique toxic masculinity and gender-based violence. So like we could just like maybe it's a course that they have to take, or maybe they have to take a course and they have to pass it, and like it teaches them about feminism, because I think they also should like introduce it to like more of the student body as well, because I think anybody can benefit from feminism, not just women.
For sure, absolutely. Well, listeners, that's really all the time we have today. I want to thank my esteemed guest, Latrice, for coming in and sharing her knowledge and bestowing some knowledge also upon you all. Latrice, any sort of takeaways, any last sort of final thoughts?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that once you unlearn certain seductions that tempt us to hurt ourselves, you can truly be the person you want to be and express yourself with feminism.
Powerful words from Latrice, y'all. Well, like I mentioned, that's all the time we have today. Until next time, we'll see you.
Bye.